So good morning, everyone. We will start today. Rest of the audience will join. But good morning and thank you for joining today's Gyaniki's Tech Talks. As you already know, Gyaniki is a division into a Vrumble Services Private Limited, and Gyaniki is working on future technology for autonomous, shared, and advanced mobility. We used to arrange this kind of tech talks with industry experts, and they are key role player in this future mobility and the shaping up this advanced technology. Now, we all have fascination about AI now, right? And what AI can do that we really don't know. In depth. So artificial intelligence for advanced mobility is playing a transformative role in the electric vehicle and future mobility nowadays. Now, some key areas where AI can make significant impact is like a predictive maintenance, autonomous driving, optimizing performance of the vehicle, enhanced safety features, improved user experience, increased safety and efficiency, and whatnot, right? So AI is indeed revolutionizing the EV and future mobility, and it's making all our vehicles and transportation and mobility safer and smarter and more efficient. So on this topic today, we have Dr. Ketan Kotecha from Symbiosis. And sir, we welcome you on this Tech Talks, right? So let me give you a quick introduction of Dr. Ketan Kotecha, sir. He is an alumnus of IIT Bombay and the finest engineering institute of the country, right? He is the distinguished researcher and educator specializing in deep learning, artificial intelligence, computer algorithms, and machine learnings. He is passionate about fostering critical thinking skills, and he has mentored more than 25 PhD students in AI. He has experience over 30 years, and he is continuously working in AI and deep learning, right? He is a globally recognized scientist, right? He is ranked among 2% scientists worldwide and distinction conferred by Stanford University. Now, his expertise is like, very much valuable for us. We are fortunate that he is here with us today for this Tech Talks. I hope you all will learn and enjoy. So currently, under his leadership at Symbiosis University. He is leading the university and the AI division. Sir, we again, uh, thank you for your time and consideration. And audience, please mute your mic. If you have any question, you can either type it into the chat, and we will discuss at the end if time permits. Otherwise, we will share it to Dr. Ketan Kotecha, sir, and he will respond us back over a mail. Sir, over to you. Thank you so much for your time again. You can start, sir.
First of all, good morning and thanks, Dr. Mr. Manas, for inviting me for this particular talk. I will just brief what we are doing here in terms of where it can be applicable to EV, because I understand that a lot of people are here, those who are interested in EV and applying AI to EV. So basically, we run a center of applied artificial intelligence since now 6 years. After least 20 years, I'm working in AI, but since last 6 years, we are having a center, and we have large number of projects and of course publications, which is academic requirement, but a lot of consulting we provide, including now for Volkswagen or Philips. For a lot of things, including predictive maintenance, as Mr. Manas was telling in the introduction. So, what couple of projects which we are working very actively is, one is predictive maintenance, whereby we have a setup of predictive maintenance here. And what we do there is for a machine, we place different sensors at different place, and we collect the data. And if any part of a machine is changing in terms of, let's say, vibration or maybe heating. We capture that parameter and we try to predict the remaining useful life of a particular tool or a particular machine using this data which we collect using sensors, because we analyze this data using artificial intelligence techniques, generally unsupervised learning techniques, which I of course wanted to explain today, but let us cut short today and just give an introduction, and then maybe we'll have a one more talk later on. So we analyze that particular data which we collect from different sensors which are mounted on different machines, with a goal of analyzing the data and providing information to the user what is the remaining useful life of a particular machine or a tool again. So that is a very, very important area where we work on large number of such setups, which ultimately give a rise to something which we industry tells that is a predictive maintenance, right? So we have a full capability of doing so. We have, as I mentioned, we have a lab setup for that. What we did sometimes, it happens that we put the sensors, we collect a lot of data, but the machine is very new, so we don't know that the data will be useful or not, because generally after some working, the machine, gets perform in a very, very different way. So we have also tried to optimize this kind of data collection in one way where the data will be collected. It's a chicken egg problem. If we don't collect the data, we will not know that when the machine will go bad. And if you collect large number of data, there's a huge amount of processing power and it may be wasted because, machine is working very fine. So we have tried to do some indigenous, algorithm, again using machine learning, where we collect the data at different intervals and that is optimized, I would say, right? So that's also one of the very important project which we have done. And doing that, of course, many consulting we have taken, but one of them we have taken with Philips Healthcare, where they have given us a log data of their machines which they are putting at different places in healthcare, of course. And whenever the machine has gone bad, they have given us the data, and of course, a huge amount of log data of last few years. And we analyze and we provided a solution which they really like, and now they are going to give us it was only for Pune based machine, which is also huge, but now they are giving a global data from multiple sources, and we are trying to analyze that log data and trying to predict when the machine will go bad. So I'm just trying to give you some overview because all of you are expert in your particular domain, so you will definitely understand that if this can be done, it can be useful in our day-to-day activities as well. As far as AI expertise is concerned, I have a very big team of 5 faculties and postdoctoral students, PhD students, and brilliant of the brilliant undergraduate students. So our model is, we take the consulting assignment from the company and then we stall in a particular team. So because we know that who is better at which particular implementation. So I decide a team like a project like industries does, and then we in limited time, whatever the timeline is decided, we provide the solution to the company. One more area where, of course, that will be again related to you will be supply chain, so in your industry. So supply chain is a very old problem. A lot of attempts have been done for improving it, optimizing it using artificial intelligence techniques. We have focused in one of the area which is very prime important. Of course, all of them are important, but demand forecasting. So demand forecasting using AI is not new. A lot of people are definitely doing. We are doing something one step ahead, which also now few of the giants have started, and which is demand forecasting using generative AI. So the advantage of generative AI will be that generative AI can predict the future, that okay, this 3 4 5 cases can happen in future, okay, because we give the input to the supply chain through our LLMs, large language models, which are available. We don't develop it, but they are available. And the LLMs, for example will make it very clear that LLMs tells that okay, there is a fight between Russia and Ukraine, and because of that, this will be an effect on the supply of this particular item, right? So otherwise, for a human being, to find out this kind of information, or very, very difficult, because we will not be able to correlate large amount of such information. But LLM can. So if that is given as an input to the my supply chain algorithm, it can generate the scenarios that, okay, there are 3 4 scenarios are possible in future. One because of Ukraine, one because of new president in USA. These are the possibilities, and for, let's say, 3 to 4 best possibilities, it will keep the supply chain ready. What I mean ready is, that this demand forecasting will will be different for different 4 scenarios, and for all 4 scenarios, a priori will be ready to provide, or to rather control the demand supply. So if any situation happens, you need not to reset and go back and apply your algorithm, which takes a lot of time. But you are ready for solution A or solution B or solution C. So that's a very ambitious project we are doing right now with actually the partner for that project is Cambridge University, UK, and of course the one of the PhD students is also working, which is working with IBM in Bangalore. So we are trying to solve that particular problem. And last week there was a very important workshop on that, which was again sponsored by British High Commission, and it was with Cambridge University and IIT Bombay, where of course I presented this already, and we have formed a group where we are trying to improve. Of course, their group is not for EV, but supply chain is definitely one of the important area where we are working with them together, right? So these are 2 things. First is the second is supply chain. The first one also I mentioned about predictive maintenance. The third area on which we have extensively working is the image processing part, where if there is an requirement of finding the defects by computer vision, it's not new but very cost effective way, we can definitely provide a solution. We have worked upon that. So I had a lot of slides on showing actual setups, but maybe next time we will see that. And the one more area is autonomous vehicle. So even it is EV or not, that particular area is always in limelight. And what we have done is we have tried to generate huge amount of different weather conditions, and with using some technologies in AI, which is generative adversarial network gain, generative AI, of course, in short. And we have trained the algorithm so that if I give an example here, if you design an autonomous vehicle, and you take some data, real-time data of a particular scenario, but if you take the data, let's say in Pune and particular scenario, there are some particular weather conditions which are never going to happen in Pune. For example, snow, okay, is very rare, so it will never happen. And that's what. But this vehicle which you are trying to design, autonomous vehicle, should run even if there is a snow, right? In the same, ideally same way with same accuracy, right? But that scenario generation, one way is go to different places and collect the data, which is very time consuming and not cost effective. But we can generate n number of scenarios of weather and on number of synthetic data, which is also will validate that it is as good as real data, and then we train the algorithm, right? So we are extensively working on this as well, where we have generated huge amount of algorithm. And this particular phenomena of generating data which is very close to real time, we have presented in a Google conference, of course, and that is CVPR. I'm sure those who are into some publications, they will understand the importance of that conference, which is sponsored by Google and the #1 in the world. So we have presented that idea, means it was accepted after thorough the investigations and all. So that is also one of the area where we work, where we can generate the data. Otherwise, those who know little bit of AI understands that getting data, generating data, annotation of data, it's a massive problem, huge time consuming problem, which is not affordable, the way in which every day new things are coming. And it is uh, not cost effective as well. You need to pay, and the experts are not available even to do that. So all these things, if you particularly for an MSMEs and SMEs, this is going to be a boom, this kind of solutions, because uh, affording several things like LLM is not going to be that easy other than the giants, right? So that's what we have trying to find out a solution where it is applicable to masses and not only the premier institutions like Google and others can find out that. So these are some of the areas we are working, starting from predictive maintenance to the data generation to supply chain, and these are all useful to the EV in general. The last one area which we discussed at IIT Bombay also last week, and that is related to pure EV, where EV batteries, once it is disposed, we need to abstract the important minerals from that and reuse it, right? So that particular project we have conceptualized and we presented, okay, and that is still in work in progress kind of, where the data generation is very difficult right now, so we are not getting hold of that kind of data right now. So there also we can join hands with our AI center, and we can try to do something where we want that the data will be of disposed battery, and what is the important information and important minerals present in that. If small amount of data is created, then also we can move forward, apply AI, and try to analyze this for the new batteries as well, right? So that's also a very very important area which is coming up, because ultimately you need to go for sustainable batteries, and you can't waste so much of minerals once you dispose of the battery, which is going to be a huge boom, right? Because I'm sure that the way in which mobile shops are there everywhere, the battery is going to be really really useful, and everyone will be using it, provided EV will take off um, um, exponentially as is expected. But we don't know after this new government in USA is it be same or not. But I'm sure that we will be able to do that in our country. So these are some of the areas we work. What I wanted is I wanted to show you, some introduction to AI and what it can do, and then this application. There was a good number of slides, but I think there are some issues, and I have also some particular meetings. So I will, ask Manas that, if in future if can be done again some particular talk where I will be doing more details about what AI can do introduction, because there are it's not only talk, there are some pictures which picture tells hundreds of things in the slides, so that we will be using. But these four applications, if any one of you are interested, definitely I'll be happy to discuss. We can come down, or you can come down to Symbiosis, and definitely there'll be a good synergy, like we are establishing with large number of such industries all across. Right? So, and last week this Volkswagen Skoda, the person from Europe who is in charge of AI, visited us and shown a lot of interest in this particular problems again, where we are signing up with them for next 5 years. Like Philips also we have done. So this is a very very nutshell. Thanks Manas for inviting. I can tell him Manas is a good friend now. So and making it happen. Really thanks. And sorry, I don't know what is the technical glitch, but I always feel that the technology person always feels that always there will be a technological glitch in his way. So that has happened to first time maybe, but it has happened. It's okay, not a problem, right? Yeah. Thanks, Manas.
Thank you so much, sir. It was really insightful, and your extensive work into the AI is very, very helpful to us. We had some question already during the registration time. So what I'll do, I can mail it to you,
Please.
and we can then directly reach them. Yeah, and we also work on a few of the AI and ADAS project. I myself is a ADAS expert, so I had worked with the Volkswagen 10, 12 years back, and we are now also working through Gyaniki and Rumble for some of the OEM. So maybe we can explore what we can do better for the EV industry for sure. And thank you, audience. Kotecha sir has to go for some important meeting, so he has to leave. But you can stay back. We have some more discussion for you, and we will also quickly finish it in next 20, 10, 15 minutes. So I would again thank you on behalf of Gyaniki and entire team, sir, and all the participants. Thank you so much, sir, for
Please
your
send me
very
the questions as well,
will
so I
do,
will
sir.
try to reply. Thank you. Thank you
Sure,
very
sir.
much.
Sure. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time. So, participants, I would just like to share my screen. Now we are arranging one uh, training on motor designing. So this is a motor designing course which is going to be there on 1st and 2nd February. You can register through this scanner or the QR code. But before that, we have one more thing for you. So we are bringing this exclusive offer for Gyaniki members as well as the new members who wants to join. So if you are subscribing the Gyaniki for 1 year subscription till 30th of January, then I mean we conduct multiple trainings throughout the year. So the first training which you are seeing, that is on 1st and 2nd February, and then we are going to have two more trainings eventually, which will be on two-wheeler maintenance and diagnostics, or you can say repair and diagnostics of the two-wheeler electric vehicle, and the advanced mobility and ADAS. So these are the three trainings which we are going to have.